Artificial intelligence has become part of everyday conversation, yet many still wonder what it really means and how it is shaping our world. Here in Kuwait, AI is steadily making its way into government services, business, and youth innovation, opening the door to both new opportunities and important challenges. Today, we will explore what AI truly is, how it is being used locally, and what the future might look like as Kuwait embraces this growing technology. So let's all begin our discussion and welcome our guest in Good Morning Kuwait, Yasmeen Burezq, AI technology professional. It's really a pleasure to have you, Engineer Yasmeen, I can call you?
Yeah, of course.
Engineer Yasmeen, it's really beautiful. I like, that title because I have masters in electronics engineering. So
that's amazing, actually.
Yeah. So AI, this revolution or cutting edge technology today, or it's like, the story of the hour. I mean, what's your impression, without going to the questions, before we go to the questions?
So let's just zoom out a little bit for a second and let's take an AI as part of our daily life. So AI didn't just suddenly appear out of nowhere saying that, hi, I'm here to change your life. It started gradually evolving and getting revolution step by step throughout the previous decades. So it suddenly people started to be aware that computers stopped getting instructions, but more of learning from the environment and the experience around them. So if we really want to talk about how AI actually started and what is AI, let's go back to 1950s when there is a brilliant guy called Alan Turing. Alan Turing is the father of modern computing. One day he just had a weird kind of a question. Out of curiosity, it was bold. And he was wondering, would AI be able to think one day like how human would think?
So that was in the 50s?
Yeah, in the 50s. So people, they're not actually aware that it happened decades before.
Okay.
So at that time, the spark has evolved and people started to have more questions, and by the 1957 we had the first AI conference. Here exactly the scientific contribution of AI started, where there are no smartphones, no apps, actually just a raw imagination.
In 75?
Yeah.
Wow.
So actually people, they're not that aware about it. It's started step by step, like a baby steps. And after that, in the 70s and 80s, AI started to learn the basic information, getting out the patterns of the data. And the actual leap happened in, after the 80s, there was one revolution for the internet. So now we have more data. There's a huge amount of data, where the researcher, when they came at that moment, they were shocked. What am I going to do with all of these data?
Exactly.
And the actual leap happened in 2012. Where the AI started to understand human basic language, as well as extracting some information from the images. Still, it's like a baby, didn't go to that advanced. However, it was actually something enormous. And when we have the evolution of smartphones, where we have billion of cameras, billion of sensors and voices, at that moment exactly, we just created a hub or a classroom for the AI to get educated by the knowledge that provided to them. And as you can see now, we are in the era of neural network and the generative AI. People can create applications. We have numerous applications for creating text, images, even videos. Some people you cannot imagine how AI can create an exact avatar of yourself.
Believe it or not, last week I interviewed a director, Kuwaiti female director. She won an award from Europe in AI film. She made a film, without even staff or something, by AI tools.
Yeah. And it's going to advance more and more until you reach the point that you don't know if it's fake or true or reality.
Okay. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Like for example, now I see some of the reels and on the YouTube or social media,
TikTok,
on Instagram, some of them my kids said to me, "Dad, this is AI. It's not true." So
Yeah.
yeah, so it's still you can't distinguish, which is which. So that's definitely. So how is Kuwait using AI right now, and is it really happening locally?
Yes, this is the exciting part, to be honest, because Kuwait is started to adapt AI like step by step since 5, 6 years ago, and we are trying to progress toward the Kuwait vision for 2035 for digital transformation. And as you know, that AI is one of the main pillar for the digital transformation infrastructure. So now you will see that there are more tools, more let's say example chatbot, virtual assistant. You can find the government application are adapting for the civilian needs in a way that become more easier.
So like this is, I know, but we need to educate our people. That's also, I think it's one of the challenges.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. So like for example, elder people, our elders, they need to learn that.
Yes, actually we have like multiple challenges we're facing at the moment.
Okay.
I'm going to mention 3 of them, which is the first, the familiarity. So people, they're not familiar with the AI.
Yeah.
So the first moment they will see AI, they will think, oh, is it going to replace my job? Is it going to protect my privacy? What's going to happen next? Am I at risk? What kind of consequences is going to happen after? So these kind of questions happen because at the end we are human. Our nature is like we fear the unknown. And actually,
that's one. And on top of that, even prompting, we don't know how to prompt, and ask the correct or use the correct words.
Exactly. That's why I want to move on to the second step
before
going second challenge before going to the third one, which will elaborate all your conversation. So the second one is mindset shifting. So people think that the AI only for engineers and for tech savvies, but actually it's for everyone. So we need to change that term. This point, we can go to the third point, which is the awareness. Here comes the awareness. So people there are not familiar with this kind of technology, and they think that it's only for engineers and tech savvy, but actually it's for everyone. So what I think is that, in my opinion, that people need to be educated, giving more workshop, whether for creating the AI or just actually how to use the tools. It doesn't target only one age. It should be covered all ages from youth to elderly.
That's definitely something amazing happening, but we hope good benefits of it. So can you give us examples for us, like what's happening now?
Okay, if we're going to talk about AI in like globally or in Kuwait, we need to diversify what kind of industry we're focusing on. So we can go from the government, we can go to the education, finance, healthcare, we can go for the enterprises level, for businesses, for SMEs and individuals.
We can use the empire of technology at Huawei.
Exactly, we can use that to be honest, that we have diversified technologies from different industries.
It's a huge enterprise, huge. Anyway, so definitely, how do you see Kuwait youth fitting into this new AI?
This is really quite interesting thing. For me, I think the youth people are the most unique and interesting part or the pillar of the AI movement. Because you know that the current youth, they experience naturally while growing up the tech savvy things, the digital platforms, the apps, the smartphones. So they have more capability to be familiar with these new things without getting scared or fearing or getting shy. So, and you can see now that locally a lot of youth people, they are like, not only locally and globally, they're joining competitions, hackathons, initiatives, joining communities and society that can uplift their skills. They're not scared of failing. They are always open for the new things, and that's really interesting and amazing, to be honest.
You know what's really amazing, that when you talk to talks to you back, so
yeah, you feel happy, like I can like negotiate. And
it's like you have somebody sitting there in the car with you, and say, hey, what's up? I'm doing this. What do you think of that? It's like a real buddy, talking to.
Actually, I do it sometimes when I'm in the car. So like if I was busy about something and I really want to like align my mind, Like I have a bunch of work to do throughout the day. So I just like, hey, I have this, I need to do this, I have this timeline, can you help me to like align my IDs? And he keep on like, it's like not just like a buddy who can give you the information, it also can be an emotional support for you.
Exactly. And also like, this is also another aspect, but the other day I called mine Jimmy, okay, and I said, Jimmy, why? Because vapes, you know, that smoking tool called vape is prohibited in Japan and in Thailand. So we were having this conversation with the guys in the Duania. And I said, you know, since we don't know, let's ask Jimmy. I said, hey, Jimmy, why vape is prohibited in Japan and Thailand? And he answered right away. He said, there is a lot of health issues associated with it, so that's why it's. And I said, this is also a reasonable answer. So, but what I'm saying, I mean, you see Kuwaiti youngsters are really into it.
Yeah, actually they're into it, they're investing in it, they're using it for content creation, storytelling, even for their studies, so many things.
Where you work, okay, Huawei, definitely. Do they offer you, as an employee, training courses for AI?
Of course, they offer diversified AI certification from 3 levels. We don't only have AI, actually. We have 5G, we have cloud, we have everything you need.
Yeah, so everything regarding the internet and wireless communication.
Yes, every technology that's being introduced to the world, they do have certifications to offer it, not only for the employees as well as for people outside of the company. Yeah, so we also have like some kind of academic contribution with some universities.
So you offer guys training courses for outsiders?
Yeah, and we have academies for each, like,
no, for example,
universities.
just for example, people like me, regular people, not students or something.
Yeah, they can.
Is this like free or?
No, of course, it's going to be like any other certification, so you can like specific reasonable charges.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, so definitely
it's worth it. I already got the second one, so I have the third one left to take.
Okay. So as I said, because you know a lot of training courses on the line, you know, they offer, but still, you know, it's different when you are in a lecture room and somebody lecturing you. That's definitely different. But I mean, I see a lot of applications of AI. I mean, which is which, or I mean, how do you select, you know, the ones you like, or it depends on your desire, or what there is, or there is some criteria, what?
It's not about criteria, it's more of what you want to do with it. So if you want to create images, you will go for Midjourney or other applications. If you want to like texting or summarizing some information, I would rather go with ChatGPT. And maybe for coding, I will go for Gemini. So for each case, I would prefer to use specific. Yeah, I would use specific applications.
You mentioned ethics, you know, earlier. How do you see, you know, is that important issue, and how can AI be used responsibly here?
So AI, or generally technology, should protect us, not just be useful for us. So the AI should be responsible, and responsibility come out of respect. So the AI should respect people, respect our values, respect our privacy, and protect it. So if we have an AI system or any kind of technology, it should be fair, unbiased. The information should be monitored and supervised by an authority.
Unfortunately, we are out of time. I would like really to go on, and I had a question in my mind. Will they control us one day?
Actually,
you know, like the movie
kind of
for Will Smith. You
know, I don't think it's going to happen, but maybe, we don't know.
Engineer Yasmeen Burezq, thank you very much for being with us, and definitely we are really looking forward to see you more and more in coming, you know, period of time, and definitely our greetings to Huawei.
Thank you so much.
The viewers, that was Yasmeen Burezq, AI technology professional. We'll go for a break. Please stay tuned. Don't go away. We'll be back.